This is Secrets of Astrology YouTube channel and you are watching Bhava Sindhu series by Astromaster UK Jha. This series consists of lessons on applied astrology to understand how to analyze astrological combination in a horoscope for revealing specific subject or area in life of a nativity.
Welcome friends in the Bhav Sindhu series session of Secrets of Astrology. As you know, in this series we have been continuously trying to explore the reasons behind composition of any astrological combination and the reasons stated for the same. The purpose is that the students should develop a clear understanding as to how astrological combinations given in the books have been composed and why a particular type of effect has been stated with respect to that type of combination or the planetary configuration in the birth map. Today we are going to discuss an astrological combination related to injury from the weapon. Under this condition there would be a strong possibility that the native will be injured by some weapon. The aphorism goes something like this: Lagna dhip ban bhumi sut base lagn hi bhav neel nag se drisht ho lage shastra se ghav. I repeat it here again. Lagna dhip ban bhumi sut बसे लग्न ही भाव नील नाग से दृष्ट हो लगे शस्त्र से घाव. The meaning of this aphorism is that when the planet Mars, being the lord of Lagna in the horoscope, occupies the first house, that is Lagna, and is aspected by Saturn and Rahu, the native gets injury from some weapon. Now we will try to analyze this horoscope, this combination, and try to find out why this type of effect as regard to injury from weapon has been stated. Here the first condition is that Mars as the lord of Lagna should be deposited in Lagna itself, and second condition is that it must also be aspected by Saturn and Rahu at the time of the birth. Now in this aphorism, the Mars has to act as the lord of Lagna. That means this combination would be applicable only for Aries and Scorpio ascendants, because only in that condition Mars can have the lordship of the Lagna. Now in this condition, when Mars occupies the Lagna seems to be strong because it is occupied by its own lord. But in this case, that is not actually so, because this Mars occupying its own house in Lagna is also afflicted by the planet Saturn and Rahu. See, for the better fructification of a house, if all the three factors, that means the house itself, its lord, and the significator of that house are strong in the horoscope, its attributes will come to pass in full blast. Here in this case, two out of these three major factors stand afflicted by two dire malefic planets. That is the Lagna and its lord. Mars, occupying its own house in Lagna, is afflicted by Saturn and Rahu. So Lagna will become now weak because the two factors out of the three have been simultaneously afflicted. In other words, 66% strength of the house is already gone. Now, since Lagna represents the body of the native in full, the injury in the body becomes a distinct possibility when it is afflicted by some dire malefic planet. In the present case, Mars occupying Lagna is afflicted by Saturn and Rahu because, as per the second condition of this aphorism, these two planets are aspecting Mars placed in its own house in Lagna. As such, the affliction of Lagna in this case is very heavy. Now Mars itself signifies weapon, Rahu signifies injury, and Saturn indicates wounds. Therefore, it is possible that the native would receive injury in the body by some weapon. It may be pointed out here that Mars is also the Lagna Lord in the horoscope of Kalpurus, that is in the natural zodiac. So, if Mars occupies the Lagna in any sign of the zodiac and is afflicted by Saturn and Rahu, the possibility of the native receiving injury from some weapon cannot be ruled out totally. And in practical instances, let me share my experience that this has been found in several charts when the native has been wounded by some sharp or hard things. Mostly, it may be found that the native receives wound in the head because Lagna signifies head also, or anywhere in the body identical with the limbs signified by the sign deposited in Lagna of the horoscope. The scar of such wounds often remains as a permanent mark on the head or on the body of the native. So, the main reason for injury from weapon in the body is here affliction of Lagna, that represents body, by two dire malefic planets, Saturn and Rahu. And that is why this type of effect has been stated in the present case or in the said aphorism. Likewise, we can analyze the conditions for formulation of any astrological combination and relate it to the type of effects stated for that astrological combination. In every case, I am telling, you have to approach in the similar manner. That is, first see the condition which has been given in that astrological combination and then relate it with the signification of the afflicting planets. You will clearly find out, and you can easily find out why such and such type of effects has been stated for the given planetary configuration in the horoscope at the time of the birth. That is the main reason which we have to find out. And it depends on practice. By and by, students would start analyzing the astrological combinations. Their sharpness in this direction would increase, and they can develop understanding for the philosophy of formulation of astrological combinations as given in the books.